This is a letter for my Adai. Adai, I love so many things about you that I don't know where to start. I love your jokes, the build-up you add to every punchline, and your expectant eyes as you wait for me to do the translation in my head. Your laughter, now riddled with heavy coughs, gives me both joy and anguish. I love how you always sigh when you see the mosquito bites that I accumulate every summer. How you chuckle about the lack of tanto bites on your own arms and legs. Your body, which now has lost so much weight, I sometimes feel like hugging you has become the same thing as breaking you, has never been the meal of choice for the aggressive mosquitoes that litter the American Midwest. And, according to you, the mosquitoes in Adai, Eritrea treated you the same. I love how you always offer to do the dishes for me, even though I never let you. Your hands, now weak and thin, no longer having the strength to clean and put away the cutlery of our meals. I love you, Adai, and every single one of these things and more. The first time that I met you, I was in 9th grade. With bushy eyebrows and a mouth full of braces, I was only beginning to mature into a young woman. I didn't know a lot of things, like how to be a good daughter, a good sister, and especially a good Eritrean. Seeing my culture all around me, from the sergis that my father often dragged me to attend, to all the Eritrean dishes my mother would make a point to teach me, I felt neither here nor there. I'd listened to stories about Asmara and Assab, but I felt like I was listening to the history of someone else's life, rather than that of my own. I felt neither present nor absent, fluctuating between being a stranger to the stories of my ancestors, while simultaneously feeling everything that I was hearing deeply. All of this to say that when you arrived, I didn't really know who I was, and I was in need of someone to guide me. But Adai, you were no guide, and you never set yourself up to be one. When we picked you up from the airport and you turned around the corner in a wheelchair with a solemn look, I knew that you were in no place to carry my burdens. Your eyes were deep-set and heavy, like you had both seen too much and also seen unwillingly. Your wrinkles took up more space than your clear skin, with each line on your face representing a story of mixed anxiety and apprehension. Your skin almost transparent, and your veins were then as apparent as the mescal on your forehead. I felt instantly that I could both see you and see through you. For the first 3 years, every time you didn't finish a meal, I felt an ever-growing pang in my chest. With each meal skipped, I could see you grow skinnier and weaker. The frustration of my mother about your health felt like it was enough for both of us, so I turned instead to sadness. I looked on as you moved about our home, watching, listening, and waiting. At first, you didn't smile a lot, let alone laugh. And my mother explains that you've never been the type to show your teeth unless it was deserved. I want you to know that I see these things. Recently, however, you've begun to speak to me. It seems like the unending muggy heat has finally mellowed out your edges. You tell me that you feel torn, that you wish to be back in Eritrea, spending your last years left on this earth on the land your family has known for generations. Yet you are also happy to have left. The continual starvation of your neighbors in Assab has now become too much for you to bear, and you're finding it difficult to not cry every time someone from back home asks to speak with you on the phone. I listen to your stories that day, and I know that you know how I couldn't possibly understand your pain. Your grandchildren have now all left the country and have begun calling other lands their second home. But I know that you will never allow yourself to settle here. This isn't the land you sacrifice siblings and friends for. I cry with you, but it is for a pain that is not my own. You've lost a lot, Adai, and I know that life has not been easy for you. I wish so deeply to walk the beaches of Eritrea with you, to hold your small hands as you point out the restaurant your husband first took you to and the streets you'd walk my mother down during quiet afternoons. The Eritrea that you call home. I want you to know, Adai, that I will do my best to carry this pain of yours. I will gather your children, now scattered across 3 different continents, and bring them to you. I will build you a house in Assab. I will walk the roads that you have engraved on your heart. I love you.